Air Commodore Abdul Sattar Alvi is a Pakistan Air Force's retired fighter pilot and a former chairman of the Pakistan Aeronautical Complex.A, veteran of the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971 and the Yom Kippur War of 1973. Alvi is a recipient of the Pakistani military decoration, the Sitara-e-Jurat, and a bat for his actions during the Yom Kippur War. Air Force career. Alvi was commissioned in Pakistan Air Force in 1965 as a pilot officer, and had participated in 1965 Indo-Pak War and Indo-Pakistani War of 1971, where he had flown the F-6 aircraft. After the war, he was sent to PAF Combat Commanders School, where he was trained and graduated as one of the top pilots from the academy. Yom Kippur War. Pakistani Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto sought to maintain close relationships with the Arab world. When the Yom Kippur War broke out, Alvi was one of the Pakistan Air Force fighter pilots who volunteered to go to the Middle East to support Egypt and Syria. By the time they arrived, however, Egypt and Israel had already concluded a ceasefire and only Syria remained in an active state of war against Israel. Alvi, who was serving at a rank of flight lieutenant in 1973, joined the Syrian Air Force along with future Air Chief Marshal of the Pakistan Air Force, Anwar Khan. The PAF fighter pilots flew in a formation using the call sign Shabazz under Air Marshal Anwar Khan. The aerial fight over Golan. On 26 April 1974, PAF fighter pilot Flight Lieutenant Sattar Alvi, on deputation to No. 67A Squadron, Syrian Air Force, was flying a SAF MiG-21 F-13 out of Duma Air Base, Syria, in an 8-ship formation with a fellow PAF pilot and the flight leader, Squadron Leader Arif Manzoor. Alvi came to a worldwide international notice when he had shot down the RAF's Mirage ICJ flown by Captain M. Lutz. On 26 April 1974, while on an aerial patrol, the PAF fighter pilots team, including Flight Lieutenant Captain Sattar Alvi, Squadron Leader Major Salih Metler and the formation's leader Squadron Leader Major Arif Manzoor, the Shabazz, faced an encounter over Golan Heights between a MiG-21 of the Syrian Air Force and two Israeli Mirages. While leading a MiG-21 patrol along the border, Squadron Leader Arif Manzoor apprised of the presence of two Israeli Phantom aircraft and was cautioned that these could be decoys, while two other fast tracks approaching from the opposite direction might be the real threat. The latter turned out to be Mirages, and a moment later Alvi, in Arif's formation, saw the number 2 Mirage braking towards him. All this time, heavy radio jamming by Israeli ground stations was making things difficult, but the Pakistani pilots were used to such tactics. Sattar forced the Israeli pair into close combat, firing his A-13 missile at the first opportunity. The Israeli wingman's Mirage exploded into a ball of fire, while the leader quickly disengaged. Honors. After the engagements, Flight Lieutenant Captain Sattar Alvi and Shabazz formation leader Squadron Leader Major Arif Manzoor were awarded two of Syria's highest decorations for gallantry, the Wissam Faris and Wissam Shura, in 1973 by the President of Syria Hafez al-Assad in a public ceremony. The government of Pakistan also awarded the PAF fight pilot Sitara-e-Jurat each. The Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto personally met each of them and awarded the gallantry awards in a public ceremonies. Post-war. After the war, Sattar Alvi was promoted to wing commander, befittingly went on to command PAF's Elite Combat Commanders School and the premier PAF base Rafiki. In 1994, he was promoted to Air Commodore and commanded the Pakistan Aeronautical Complex until 1998. He retired as an Air Commodore in 1998 and received an honorable discharge from the Air Force.